Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of the WCG Podcast, episode number 5. My name is Brendan Scott, this is Matt White, and on today's episode we're going to discuss the third test match, the third and deciding test match. And if you were wondering why the trophy is on this side, it's because this boy has won his 4th trophy in a row, his 5th overall.
I can't understand how you say 4th when we split the teams up, and twice I was on your side.
No, that's old news.
That's not mine, mate. So it's 1-0.
The Blues, whoever was in the Blues setup, have won 4
That's
in a row.
1-0, mate.
But Brandon's 11 have won the Test series 2-1 in what was a thrilling third Test. We ended up winning by 10 wickets, but that doesn't tell the whole story of the series. We're going to go over the third Test match. We're going to go over the series as a whole, and then we'll detail some of the better performances that we can remember from the series. So the third Test match, match 11 won the toss and batted first and made 122. Nathan Hancock made top score with 34. Brennan's 11 responded with 85. Brendan Scott top scoring with 24. That meant that match 11 went in with a pretty handy 37-run lead. And unfortunately for match 11, that's where it all started to go wrong. Daniel Arnold bowled with the first ball of the second innings, and match 11 were rolled for 53, which meant that Brennan's 11 needed 91 for victory, and they were able to win by 10 wickets. We were able to win by 10 wickets. Brendan Scott and myself finishing 86 not out, and we lifted another trophy, Matt.
Congratulations.
Cheers, mate. On a great series.
Yeah, it was
a fantastic series.
But like the results didn't show how close it was, actually.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And that's the first time that's ever happened.
Well, it's
like
funny. It's funny, wasn't they? They were all thrashings in a way. Like you look at the scoreline, or was it by an innings our first, then you beat us by 10 wickets and we beat you by 10
It's
wickets.
basically always the second innings that decided it, and you batted well or you bowled well, and then it changed the game. So
yeah, well, the second innings, the second and third Test matches were kind of where both teams took the game by the balls in
the second innings. That's right.
And ran away with it. And that was the momentum that either side couldn't stop. I guess from your point of view, I mean, from both of us, if you gave any one of us a 37-run lead heading into that second innings, we would have fucking chewed your arm off for it. You know what I mean? It's basically a 40-run lead. If you gave that to us at the start of the Test match, then we both would have fought over it. But unfortunately, just one bad hour has cost you a series.
Yeah, we had a plan on what we wanted to do as far as runs are concerned, our total, and just certainly didn't happen. We're looking to get, if we could get 100 instead of 53, that was 137 to 140. We're looking to around about 150, Matt. Like, that would have been really good for you to chase, and that probably would have been impossible, I would think. But you never know. You never know.
Well, that would have been a record run chase. Yeah. I mean, 91 was 20 short of the record run chase. Yeah. But having said that, I guess some of the criticism I copped in that second Test match was not batting first, and I batted last. And I told the boys if it got over 100 again, I was probably going to bat second. I was going to bat last again. Yeah. But because it fell underneath 100, I thought, you know what, if I can get the boys off to a solid start, then we're gonna go a long way to winning the Test match. And
our plan was to get you out early, and then look at your averages through the first innings and the shoots of the Test before. You only scored 8 runs a batsman. So bar yourself, do you know what I mean? Yeah. So like on an average. So we thought we could get you early. We'd have a great chance at. Well, obviously it was going to be tight. That would have a great chance of getting rolling.
Yeah, I think. Look, there was a moment. There was plenty of controversial moments through that third Test,
definitely.
wasn't there?
I think sometimes the umpire's too much beer.
Some fantastic umpiring from all of us. I was in there. I think H was in there. I think Logic was in there. I think we all had a fair run. We all had our.
And I seem to cop most of it. So you get on big jobs. Bullshit catches.
History's written by the biggest power.
Silly
bullshit catches. Hold on, Joel took a screamer. You took a good one as well.
George's first hit. It's in your hand. Oh shit! Okay.
You're never going to let that go out.
You didn't even see.
But you know what? We'll get into that when we go over the series, because it's a big moment. They're the moments that the series hinge on, because if he doesn't pluck that out, then you might go on to score 100. Which you were looking good.
I was looking good.
But we'll get to that one.
That's it.
I think just the fact that we were able to get Daniel Arnold out first delivery.
That was game changer in the sense, gives you opportunity or give you confidence that you can do this.
Well, it's what we needed to go was bang bang. We're able to get you. Unluckily again. Look, I'm going to give you credit. You've had some fucking shit luck.
Yeah.
You had some shit luck in this series.
But my back foot slips out on the rocks. It's about a foot outside, leg stump, hits me foot and goes on the
Ronaldo would have been happy with that flick.
That was never going to be a wide.
Put it that way. But we're able to because we were that far behind. We're not that far behind, but 37. Basically, a 40-run lead is it's a fair.
I was looking for that innings. I was only looking to score 40 or 50 because that's all I needed.
Yeah.
Steady the ship, stop the run, so stop the rot, get a 40 after say 10 overs, put you out of the game.
Yeah, and I think there's a couple of even after those 2 wickets, Harry Dean looked to have been steadying the ship, and then for the second time in the Test match, copped say a dubious LB decision, which
But yet again, if you don't play a shot, you're open to doing that.
That's true. That's true.
Like,
but
if you play a shot, there's no. You can't be given out at all.
Yeah.
But when you stand there like that, well, a decision has to be made.
I suppose. Yeah. You do give the umpire a bit of ammunition to fire, don't you? But it was on replay. It did appear to be high, and he was looking good. He got to about 14, I think it was. And then, unfortunately, it was
just it's been his first season, and I asked him afterwards, I said, how'd you feel? Like, how'd you think about it? He goes, pretty tough. He goes, not what I expected. So,
yeah, it's a far cry from the hit and bash of the T20 Big Bash, isn't it, mate? You're playing the big boys league now, the Test series. Look, to be fair, he was good with the ball. And,
100%. He's quality bowler.
He was good with the ball, and then if we go to that 4th inning, there was an incident where he bowled me a pretty full delivery, which on the replay, I've hit it into my boot, and it's rebounded off my boot and onto the auto wiki. You remember that one?
No one did. Obviously, no one did because no one appealed.
Yeah, well, I think from memory, because no one knew what. I didn't know what happened. I couldn't believe it didn't bowl me. I was like, "What's happened?"
I thought it hit your foot.
And on replay, I've smacked it into my foot. It hasn't hit the ground, and it's rebounded back on the 4 and hit the auto wiki. And if with a bit of luck, someone would have seen that, would have been out. But no DRS at the WCG. It's just the way it is.
That's the way it is.
So and then from then on in, I was able to just get momentum and belief. And I think when I was approaching 50, I think both sides. I think we realised that
you're going to do it.
We're going to do it, and you guys probably realise.
I mean, if you get you out of 50, what were we chasing?
It was 90. So you're still in the given.
It's very hard to get 9 wickets in 40 odd runs.
Yeah. Having said that, we have collapsed like that a few times, and I guess that's why the chase wasn't a bad one, because only once has a team chased over 100 to win a Test match, and that was the record run chase. So you're in the game. Obviously, you needed early wickets, and if that moment went your way, then that could have, because that was in the 3rd over. I think I would have been 15 or something.
Yeah.
So I think but that's how it goes.
It is what it is.
Brennan's 11 end up winning that 3rd Test match by 10 wickets, and we end up winning the series 2-1. So yeah, I mean, good night had by all. Gracious losers. I think you didn't have the greatest of luck your side.
You make your own luck too.
Well, you do, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you've got to put yourself in that position, not to benefit from that. You know what I mean? So
I guess you've got to ride your luck when you get it.
That's it. Exactly.
All right, so that 3rd Test match is done and dusted. We'll talk about the series as a whole. I guess the best thing about the series as a whole is that it was just close. It was always close. Not so much on the scoreboard. The first Test.
Well, yeah, definitely not on the scoreboard, but on
the result.
On ground, yes, definitely. Yeah. There was a lot of heated moments in the sense where it was it could go either way, and things like that. So it was quite
Yeah, I think the takeaway from the whole series as a whole was that both teams took their moments when it presented themselves.
Well, especially in the 1st and 2nd Test. They went down to the side, obviously, and then. Honestly, I didn't expect it to go that way in the decider, like another 10 wicket.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Well, I guess that's the thing. It doesn't tell the whole story, does it?
No.
It's one of those ones where we were able to wrestle back the momentum from you.
That's right.
And then we ran away with it in the 2nd Test match. Joel's innings was able to wrestle the momentum away from us, and then we couldn't wrestle it back. And then He went on to flog us in the end. So although they were heavy results. Look, the first test was a flogging. That's fair enough. You had you just had a poor day. We had a good day.
Look, our worst two innings was 45 and 53. That's what cost us the test series.
Yeah. Ironically, your first innings of the series and your last
innings. That's right. So that's what honestly that's what's
everything in between that. So that's in the second test and the third test. If you look at your scores of 151, I think he's made, and then 122. Yeah. That first innings of 122, you had.
Well, we're quite happy with
your
that.
middle order,
and knowing that. If you don't get runs, it's a 6 to 8 run on average. Yeah. Someone might jag a 20 or 30, but I reckon we can get most of these out for under 10.
Yeah. And the best part about that is that your tail in those two innings wagged.
Yeah. Well, and this is what I sort of tried to emphasise on the boys, that you've got to bat right to the bottom. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's why I put him mid last, because he can jag 20. Yeah.
And he did. He batted. I think we made 17 in that first innings of the second test. And he made 21 in that first inning. So look, he batted well. Look, what I was most impressed with, I think from both of our perspective, is both teams improved throughout the series.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
You know, I think you could tell that the training park stuff for both sides, the plans were clear. Yeah. And that's what I loved about it. It was very clear what both sides' plans were. They'd been working on it on the training field, and they've been putting into practice.
How to go about things.
Yeah, and I think it's obviously easier to say it when you've won the series, but unfortunately for you guys, you got to just come back to that 1 hour, that one bad hour that's cost you, because all your plans were in place. I thought you were brilliant with the bat, applied yourselves with the bat, brilliant with the ball. Brilliant in the field, and you had us right where you wanted us. It looks like all the plans were coming
together. As I said to the boys when we went out and batted in the second innings, I said, "This is where we win it. Yeah. This is where we lose it or win it." So basically,
well, that's exactly. I said, look, we've got to bowl these guys out for a reasonable total. I said, look, I would have taken 100 or 110 if we could. Yeah.
Still, that's very gettable. But we were looking at a good one.
Oh yeah, you'd be backing yourself. Yeah. What was a decent deck to bat on? To be honest, it was hard. It was hot. You would have been expecting to get close to 100 and set us 140 or 130, 140.
140 to 150 would have been perfect.
Yeah, but it wasn't to be, unfortunately, mate.
No. Next year.
But yeah, look, I think the standard has got just so much better as well. I mean, we had to be at our best, and we had. I guess obviously I'm going to do the bulk of the scoring, but we had to have blokes stand up when they.
The non-better players that haven't played cricket for years actually did quite well this year.
Yeah,
and they were quite keen. Like Markey, he was second, leading wicket taker in the series.
He was third. He took six. He took six along with.
That was good for him. He enjoyed it. He said, "How did I go?" I said, "Mate, you done perfect." Yeah. I said, "Look, we'll work on your batting, but it's with the ball. Well, you can't ask much more."
He was fantastic actually. His lines and lengths, particularly in that third Test match, were very good, even in a losing effort.
That's right.
But unfortunately, for his point of view, when he bowls an errant ball or a wide ball,
you're going to get punished.
Look, it's cannon fodder.
That's what I said to the nets. I said, "Mate, you need 6 balls at that spot. That spot. But as soon as you go wide, you're gone."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, he bowled fantastically well. I mean, Josh bowling for us bowled fantastically well. He took 7 wickets. Joel Wodgick, I guess, he only played 2 Test matches, so who knows what his stats would have been if he was able to play all 3. But I guess that's one of the things.
It's going to see Joel next year in a full 3 Test match.
It would have been interesting had I picked Joel instead of Henry. Then what would have happened? Well, might have been 3-zip.
Who knows?
But on the flip side, if you had Joel from the first Test,
that's right.
Who knows what it would have been. So
I mean, credit for 3 Tests next year. So
credit to Wodgick, who came in and he really took the Test series by storm, didn't he? And was able to get
his catch his first dig was 66 or something, was it?
60, he made 60. That took the game away from us, didn't it?
That's right.
And I think he took 3 wickets in the first innings as well, ended bowling. So his first innings
having that spinner option is good, you know what I mean? But it's something you need, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but there's a lot of spinners around.
Because he didn't bowl spin in the third Test, he bowled with the swing ball and bowled well with the swing ball. Yeah. What was the theory behind that? Was it just?
Well, you've been practicing the nets and started working out the lines. You know how hard it can be. I think it's swing 2 foot, 3 foot.
Yeah.
And if you don't get it right, well, it's going to be wide. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I thought I thought he was fantastic. He was good with the swing ball. I guess that's a handy option moving forward, isn't it?
Yeah.
That
he's got a bit of spin. He can swing it, it's like medium swing. So it's good.
He can bat. He can catch.
Yeah.
You can do it all, the great man.
That's all right.
I guess from our point of view, I was pleased with Justin Brook. He's got a lot more in him than what he showed, particularly with the bat. However, he stood up in big moments.
Yeah.
He made a couple of 20s in important moments. The second Test match we ended up losing, but the third Test match, when I got out and we started collapsing, that pushed us towards what we ended up getting.
Yeah,
we were still
scored about 30 then, but he smashed off the back of the bat, and anyway, but he wasn't given not out, so.
Oh yeah, that would have been. Who was the umpire then? I can't remember.
I think it was.
That was me.
That's right, it was you. Yeah, absolutely smashed it off the back of the bat. It's nearly gone over the fence. Oh no, I didn't see that. Nothing to see here. Not out.
It was behind the body. I could not be sure, and I didn't give it out. As some of those LBWs should have been. If you're not sure, ladies and gentlemen, you don't give it out. Yeah. But in hindsight, they were wrong decisions, and I got about 7 of them wrong. So I had a bad day in particular.
Yeah. You wonder why.
The scandals. Yeah. The scandals of the WCG.
It's all coming out now. See the things that they'd see on the game day.
Well, actually, unfortunately for you, the howlers from your team's umpires were given out when they weren't out.
That's right.
Well, one of them was out. Well, we won't talk about that one.
Well, I'm entitled to stay there. So, yeah.
You are, despite the fact that you already walked halfway off
I was actually trying to see what he was going to do. Everyone's standing.
Of course. Yeah, nice try. But you're right. That's why there's
3 foot.
So justice was served.
There you go.
But that's the umpires are there to give a decision, and
that's it.
Your umpires gave the decisions in our favour more so than not, whereas my ones kind of went against you. So if you believe in conspiracy theories, maybe. But I think the fact that we won by 10 wickets in the end might have alleviated that.
Yeah, well, you wouldn't have if the finger went up a bit more.
I think the biggest decision of that was possibly Harry's one in that second innings, because he was looking good, very good.
Well, even Juzzo's one. If he doesn't get 30, you'd be lucky to get it for 50. You might get 60 runs.
Yeah.
You know what I
mean? I guess it depends on what happens in that fourth inning, doesn't it? Do I bat last? And I know what you're saying. But I think Harry was looking good. He was looking real good, solid.
He's starting to get used to it.
And then it's a shame that we won't. Well, it's a shame from your point of view that we won't know.
He sort of makes some silly mistakes sometimes, isn't it?
He'll be better. He'll be better for the run.
You got to play a Test series here to be better.
He'll be better for the run. I think it was another good performance was to see. Well, actually, we've got to mention Gavin Merrifield. Gavin Merrifield became the second bowler in WCG history to take a hat trick. He took it over two overs in that second innings. He, along with Nathan Hancock, were two of the unluckier bowlers I've ever seen.
Nathan just no one had any answers to him. So. But I said to him, I think you're bowling too well, mate. And then to try and stop the swing this much.
Sometimes, you move it too much. And it obviously you've worked on it.
The only wicket he got before the last game was Juzzo, and he bowled it in no ball.
Exactly. Yeah. So him and Gavin Merrifield walked into that final Test match without any wickets.
Which they actually probably bowled the best.
That's criminal.
Out of the whole
Mark Pasterfield had 5 wickets going into that third Test match. They had 0 between them. That's disgusting. That's disgusting injustice. But
you'd at least expect 10 between them.
Mate, look, they should have more than Mark. I'll tell you that much. Yeah. But even with the bat, he stepped up in that third. You guys fell into a bit of trouble in that first innings. Yeah. And in that third Test match, he made 34. And that was a good innings. It was good to see. That was his highest innings at the WCG. And it was good to see him get some reward because
he's trying hard. He's always trying hard.
Not notoriously is the word. He's known for just digging in. And he got a couple of scores during the series. He got 18, I think he got 34, mixed with some low scores. But I mean, he's coming of age. He's starting to be able to pick balls to score off.
That's right.
Because he's always had the ability to kind of dig in there. Yeah. And he's
well, he knows how to headbutt a ball too. So
for anyone who didn't, pick that up, if our editing's good enough, I'll drop this over the top of me talking now. He bowled.
His brother bowled him a bouncer. He just headbutted.
He just headbutted it. You'll see, just boom. Cristiano Ronaldo would have been happy with that, mate.
And everyone, I tell you what, everyone was just in tears. Laughter it was crazy.
That's one of the classic. That's one of those classic moments at the WCG. I guess it's one of those. hopefully next year we get to see Joel and Henry Perinara, because that's a good matchup.
Well, Henry was obviously played in the first test.
Yeah.
And his bowling is very sharp. Like, you've got to watch him.
And it's that left arm variety as well.
He's
our Nathan Hancock.
He's got height to him too, which makes it even harder. You know what I mean? So
he's got muscles and
Henry.
You dogged me, but we still got the job done, mate. So imagine we have Henry Perinara next week. Yeah, it's all right. That's all right. Just screensaver. Henry just arrived back in the country. Actually.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Welcome back. Pre-season starts in June, mate. I mean, Henry and Joel, that's a fantastic match. Look, what we thought that, Henry and Harry were going to be a fantastic matchup. As it turned out, Henry only played one test. Harry didn't have the best series. But look, that's with the bat anyway. With the ball, Harry was, he rivaled you for quickest bowler. Yeah. He was quick. He just ambled in and just went.
But look at our batting line has got the potential to score. We were talking about it, especially in the second test. If everyone puts their effort in and scores a 40 or 50, we can score 200 easy. Easily 200.
I think, if you look at both sides, with all due respect, I think if you look at both sides, you guys underperform with the bat.
Oh, wait, badly.
I guess you got the business done in that second test match with 150. You looked at good first inning score there, but look, to be fair as well, although you did underperform, with the ball, I think we were good. I think
you bowled the right plan. You had the right plan to bowl certain bowlers to certain batsmen. Bowl the lesser bowlers straight away when the new batsman's coming in, which is. You don't want to take the chance of hitting them around the park, so therefore you get away with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's one of the best things about the cycle, isn't it? It's it means as a captain you've
got
to really think about it.
Think about what's going on. It's not just relying on your best bowlers all the time. Everyone gets a turn, and then that's what makes it difficult. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Some other performances, I'd say. I think along with some
good catches. We'll give you that.
Oh yeah, we'll go. Look, before we get that,
we'll go to Scotty or Cash.
Was that the greatest?
It was not bad. Jake Sasha was pretty good. The same, pretty similar, but that was a great and good. I'll tell you.
You mean Giles?
Yeah, no, Jake's from last year.
Oh yeah,
it was pretty similar to yours.
No one beats. Look. No one beats Johnson's Johnson's still the best from season 2.
But 600,000 views on 2 Facebook pages was pretty good.
We've done well this series, haven't we?
And then Ricky Ponting apparently give you a blast.
What the fuck would he know about classic catches?
I have no idea, but anyway.
Wanker. You watch Ricky, I love you.
Ricky reckons he caught it before he died. I dived afterwards, sorry.
It came that quick that,
Actually, he smacked it. Johnson
that quick that I had to propel myself, and then as I've taken it, I don't know. You can
hear the sound off the bat on the mic, when you're watching it. But he hit it hard.
One of those ones that actually go in slow motion, like you see you've got it, and then on the way down you go, I fucking caught this. Yeah. What the hell has just happened?
And George's bullshit. And the first innings. That was like the first innings of the
Can't give credit to George's catch. He still caught it.
He didn't see it. He just moved his hand.
He caught it all right.
The look of going, you knew you had it. He looked at him and go, oh, I've got it in my hand.
Well, I said we'd get back to that. Yeah.
That's a game.
What were you, 4 for 10 or 4 for 12 in that first morning of the first test?
And
you were looking good. You're not going to let this go, are you? You're dirty on it. And look, to be fair,
I was 20 after 10 balls.
Well, who knows?
Who knows? That's what I was trying to do. Just trying to shut you out of it, and like I did with the Kiwis. Just bang, bang, bang. Get back, get an 80 or 100, get us back on target.
Who knows what happens if George doesn't catch that? Who knows?
I know exactly what would have happened.
You get the next ball over the fence, probably. That's what happened.
Not at all. Next ball into the fence, and then the ones after that, and the ones after that.
Yeah, you were looking good, but
well, you know how watermelon, the size of a watermelon. That's the way I was seeing
That's George was saying them like basketballs, mate.
Well, no, he's
just. Is that bigger? No, that's smaller.
Oh, that's a great. It's in your hand. Sorry.
That's a great stand. And actually, look, there were some fucking fantastic catches.
There was. Joel's was
George.
Joel's.
Yeah, Joel's. I think Pete took a one-handed catch, a bit easier, but he still took a one-handed catch in that first test. And myself,
I got a stand yours, the one that went up the arm.
Yeah, yours. Joel's. Look, Joel. Yeah. I think Joel takes the cake because Joel, off his own bowling,
and it was hit hard too.
Like you've got to. it's easy for me to kind of, be there and dive and react, but he's got to bowl the ball, see it again.
That's right.
And then adjust to get low like that. That was an
Exactly.
unbelievable sound. I think that one takes the cake. But they were all fantastic catches. I mean, from a
It was a good test series,
from a social media point of view, we couldn't have asked for a better series. We've been,
definitely. Yeah.
Thanks to people like Fox Sports, the Cricket District, anyone who's shared our content throughout the season.
And by the way, talking to Shane Warne,
Keep
the most
doing it.
nervous thing you'll ever do.
The king. Oh, that's right. For those who haven't seen us, we're on the big break the other day.
I had 6 beers and that was not enough. Put it that way.
Maybe we do need some media training, mate. Because as
Mate, that's just nervous. He's the 3rd best player ever to be voted true wisdom.
He's number 1. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise.
Well, you've got
number
Don
1.
Bradman, you've got Sachin
Who is he?
Tendulkar, and then Shane Warne, mate. It's okay, righto.
Yeah, the king.
It's not every day you get to speak to someone like that. So it was a good experience, and hopefully the boys.
We're on there again today.
Yeah, are they?
We're on there. They were on there again today. They took the video I put up of Thorpe from last year, the run out.
Yeah.
That wasn't given out. They played that during lunch. So
okay.
We're just all over the joint.
Yeah,
just
looking
all
forward to the challenge, boys.
social media
Looking
scene.
forward to the challenge, It'll be a good game, trust me.
Yeah, and for those who know, the Fox Sports team have challenged us to a game. So hopefully, in the not too distant future, we can probably the start of next year. The start of next season. Hopefully, we can get something together. But time will tell. Time will tell.
Yes, it will.
All right. What was the best performance and the worst performance of your team for this series?
Best performance.
What was the best performance? What was it? It can be a catch, it can be an innings, it can be anything.
I'd say Joel's first.
He's 60.
Well, his first 60 helped us out a lot. It won us the game basically. First time ever playing Test.
Yeah.
And I think he only played it one day before.
I think he played the Australia Day, the
T20,
first ever Australia Day T20.
And had no idea what it was from back then to what it was now is completely different. So and that was probably the best. The worst, I reckon probably 5 of the boys turning up having a big night beforehand on the first test. That's probably the worst performance, I think. Yeah, I can't really go past that.
It translated into what you served up.
Well, it translated into 45. So there you go, guys.
Yeah. All right. Our best performance, I'd say, was obviously that second innings when we bowled with the ball. We had to do that.
Yeah, you had to. If you didn't,
we had to do that. If we didn't, then we were cooked. And Rabi taking that first pole off the first ball, we needed something like that to just believe.
Yeah, I mean that was first up ball was a good ball. Why Coco or Daniel Arnold left it like that, I don't know, but that's the way it works. You know what I mean? And the Yorker that he got me in the second test, I think it was. Yeah. That was a good ball too. You know?
Yeah, he's got Rab's got the ability. He can bowl some junk. Yeah. There's no disputing that. Yeah. But he can also bowl a money ball.
That's probably why he gets the wickets like that, because you don't expect it.
and all of a sudden he just bowls this heavy, quick delivery, which just goes right through you. And all of a sudden you go, "Fuck, where did that come from?" But that's what he's got the ability to do, and he got us running. You know, obviously lucky that you were able to Ronaldo flick it onto a stump for us, and then. From then on in, we were able to methodically, I've got track here in this thing, methodically make our way through your lineup.
Yeah, which was, I thought we would actually stop, and a few of the players would actually get the, if there's a couple of the boys, in the middle have got a 20s, stops it. You know what I mean?
Michael Johnson.
Yeah,
mate, they're calling for his head.
The two darks,
they're calling for his head.
I don't know what to say to you, Jono. So
one of your most experienced campaigners in the biggest game in WCG history. Yeah, I'm looking at you, champ.
Yeah, and I was umpiring when he got out second.
I saw you.
So I was seeing the ball. Brandon will bowl an in swinger, so do not leave it. And he just left it and going.
It's a full toss as well. It's not like it's not like he's got an excuse that it moved off the pitch or anything. It was a full toss, arrowing at that off stump.
And they're just like, you can't do that. I'm like, anyway, but you get that.
Yeah, I mean, look, that was their best performance. Obviously, Gavin getting a hat trick in that innings as well.
Yeah.
And everything went right for us.
No, did we?
Not on the day. No. I only knew when I was scoring that last video. Yeah. Sorry, not even scoring it. Didn't even pick it up until I was doing the last video and went. Oh fuck! He got a hat trick.
It's hard to work it out because he hasn't bowled for another 8 overs.
Well, it's in the scorebook, just next to each other, so I just never picked it up. Yeah. And then, luckily, heading into that final video, I went, Oh, shit. He took a hat-trick.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Gavin got a hat-trick.
So, there you go.
Yeah, that was our best
mate.
moment. Our worst, look, it's hard to pick one considering we won the series. Our worst moment was probably, what was our worst? My worst one was probably the way I conducted myself in that run chase where he's made 17 to win it. I carried on, didn't just stuck my arm out. They're still burning effigies down at BXI headquarters. They still want me out.
Look,
They still want me out. Actually, it softened the blow that we won the series.
Yeah,
but
you sort of knew you got defeated. It's like, what do you want to come out here for 17?
Well, I think it was a respect to you guys as well, and a respect to what the WCG is now.
Yeah.
You're not defending 17. No one's defending 17.
No.
But you still got to conduct yourself in a bit, sticking the hand out there and then patting it up for Coco's. I guess that was our only dark point. But look, at the end of the day,
Look,
if
I
that's
don't
how...
blame you in the sense that we just want to get it over with. Because that's the way it is now too. Like, that was a heavy loss. But,
Time for a beer and regroup.
That's it, exactly. Yeah.
I think, look, overall, it was a fantastic series. I guess, look, we'd like to thank all of our sponsors that jumped on board for this as well.
Definitely. Most definitely.
Look, Victor Mowers, the Carlton Draft, Kookaburra Cricket, Harley Cranes,
Campbelltown Car Carriers, Lawn Hub,
Auctions.
Motor Auctions,
Yeah.
Lawn Hub,
Gotcha for Life,
Yeah.
Gotcha for Life are on board this year, Tradie Pad, Statewide Restorations. Are we missing anyone?
No, that's about it, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, thank you for everything.
And Auntie Wendy's sausage rolls are absolutely beautiful. Thank you.
I mean, it was a fantastic series. Could have gone either way. It went to the final.
Well, went down
the final innings of
which
the
is
final
good,
test, which is what you
and
want.
that's what you want. And this is like cricket is cricket. It happens on different days. Things happen, but that's
Well, I think we found that it's got to be Brenda's 11 v Matt's 11 for forever now. That's just the way it is. Myself and Matt will only play international cricket together, I think, from now on in.
Like, there's no one else capable of sort of captaining in that sense, or
not yet, anyways.
Not.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's the way that's why the way you guys were able to galvanise each other and be up and have clear plans and look, you were an hour away from having them work.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. It's just
right.
Unfortunately one bad hour has cost you.
Yeah, that's right. Look,
I guess next year the green machine will be back bigger and better.
Yeah, and we know where we went wrong, and we've only got really one little part of it wrong.
You touch it? No, you can't touch it.
It's all right. I'll be back and get that back next year. Don't you worry.
Beautiful looking baby, isn't it? All right, so that concludes the wrap up for this podcast. As we just said, it was a fantastic series. We're looking ahead to the Australia Day T20 Big Bash. But Matt's 11 v Brendan's 11 are here to stay. We hope you've enjoyed the test series, a seesawing encounter, and until next time on the WCG Podcast, we'll see you later.
Thanks, guys.